It can happen very quickly. I've seen it happen to people with no warning at all. They had no contact with the teaching about this. They didn't do self-inquiry. They don't really meditate, and it's just happened out of the blue. That's reasonably rare, but it definitely happens. I've seen people that I've personally interacted with that I came into contact with them, like physically were around them, and I could see it. I could sort of see it waiting to happen in them, just the way they move and so forth. And I might bring it up very casually, just out of curiosity, because I don't talk about this unless people ask. I'm invited to, or I'm making a YouTube video for people who are already interested in it. I don't just talk to my friends about this or random people. Right?
Hey, what's your self-identity?
It can be very destabilizing. But on occasion, for whatever reason, I'll actually see it in somebody, or I meet them in a setting like at a retreat or whatever, and I can just tell, like they don't have a lot of scaffolding left. There's something ready to just break there. And I've seen it in those situations with people where I've sat down and talked to them for an hour and a half and they have an awakening that night. I've seen it happen in a few months. It can happen very quickly. So again, if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, this is where I need to go, it can probably happen for you very quick, and you'll be okay. But it can be very steep for some people. Now, for other people, it happens over a few years. Okay. And for other people, it can take a long, long time. But I will tell you, I can't really offend anybody because no one specifically would even know I'm talking to them now. But I have come into contact with people who will say, I've been at this for 30 years. It's not happened for me. You know, what's going on? What's wrong? And the more I talk to them, the more I realize they actually aren't quite ready for it. They don't really, it's not really their priority. Like they're interested, but more from the standpoint of, I feel like those people out there have something I don't have, you know? And I tell people, take your time with this stuff. Like really, you have an instinct that knows how quickly you can handle going through this. And I really believe that now, just from coming into contact with so many different types of people. So what I start with is, don't worry how long it'll take. Ask yourself the really important questions. And you should ask yourself these questions even outside of this topic, in my opinion. What do I really, really want? I'm sure in the world of entrepreneurship, that's an extremely important question. What do I really want to do? What do I want to spend my time doing in life? Do I want to work for somebody, or do I want to create something new, right? These fundamental questions are so important. But if that answer to that question is what Angelo's talking about, that's great. That's awesome. But if it's not, look at what your real motivations are. Like if there's some part of you that's like, I really just want to start a family. That's what I've always wanted. That's what I want to do. That's awesome. Do that, you know, be really, really honest and authentic with yourself, and things will come into alignment. And when you're really ready to open to this, then the conditions will be better for you. It'll be less disorienting.
Thank you for checking out this clip. If you want to see the full episode, you can do so by going up here. I hope you have a wonderful day.